Greetings and salutations, everyone. Hello. How are you? I am Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole. How's everyone doing? How are you all? I'm just looking at Game Show, and the CPU usage is a little disturbing to me. It doesn't look good. It's hitting numbers that it should not be hitting, like it's in the 60s and 70s, and then it jumps back down to 12. So if anything is weird in the stream, just let me know in chat, and, I will find out if something is strange. Anyway, happy, in between Christmas and New Year's to everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm going to pull this back up so I can see what I'm doing. Oop. There we go. Hi. Hey, Levi. How are you doing? See, now I can see chat again. Ooh, thank you for the pipe. How are you? Hi. I've missed you all. I saw you last Saturday, but I didn't see you on Thursday because I was updating my OS to Mojave, and that took way longer than I thought it would. Hey, Krellin. Oh, hey, you know what? I appreciate it very much. Hey, Krellin, hey, Levi, I want to sing you all a song. That's what it is. I've been, you know how you're in your life, and your life involves maybe unpacking lots of boxes and then also grading, and you're like, what is my life about? And then you have like a playlist of songs, and because you don't get to listen to his music as much as you'd like to, some of those songs you haven't heard in a couple of years, and then a song comes on, you're like, oh, that's right, that song. And then you're like, oh, yeah. And then you're grooving on that song. And the song is not What's Up Danger. The song is Serious Teenager in Love. And I want to sing it for you all because the song tickles me. I like it. I also think it's funny. So I want to sing it all for you before we start Where the Water Tastes Like Wine, Part 3. By the way, we're playing Where the Water Tastes Like Wine, which is one of the games nominated for the Excellence in Narrative for 2018 by the Independent Games Festival Awards. It didn't win, but it was one of the nominees, and we're playing it. And when we finish this, we will actually get to the very last one, which is Night in the Woods, which won. And we probably will not get to it until 2019. But hey, that's cool. Why must I be a teenager in love? So the song Serious Teenager in Love is from an album, an LP that I own, although my LPs are not with me. What happened was that I had my LPs, but I didn't take them with me when I joined the Army, so they stayed in my parents' house all of these years. And then when my dad sold the house after my mom died, all of my stuff, what had happened was all of my stuff was then shipped to me, which is now currently in my storage unit because I am not living in a place I'm going to be permanently, so I didn't want to pull this stuff out yet. So like my comic books are in there and my LPs. But here's the thing that I don't know. I have a sister, and there's a thing that happens, right? You have LPs that are your LPs. And then sometimes your parents have LPs that you think are pretty awesome, and you kind of just slip them into your LPs. And so anyway, my LPs should have been shipped to me, but I don't know whether or not in the process of shipping my LPs to me, my sister may not have done the same thing to me that I did to my parents, wherein she saw some of my LPs and was like, those will be my LPs. So I have no idea which LPs are in my storage unit, but one of them, one hopes, is this LP called, from 1961, probably, like 61, it's 1960 or 61, I think 61, called Mad Magazine Twists Rock and Roll. And it was an LP that came out under Mad Magazine's imprint. It had, Alfred E. Newman on the front. And it was a bunch of sort of goofy songs that were parodying rock and roll. And I I do not have a twin sister, just a younger sister. If you cannot be turned, perhaps she can. My sister can totally be turned. I feel like that's totally a thing. So this was like all these songs from 1961 that were mocking rock songs of the time. And this one, my favorite out of all of them is Agnes, the Teenage Russian Spy, which I love. It's like my favorite on that entire album. It also has songs like Dandruff, Blind Date. But there's this one, Serious Teenager in Love, which, you know, it just tickles me. And I just feel like singing it to you all because I want to share it with you, even though I don't have an accompaniment. I feel like that's okay. Right? We're going to do it a cappella. So I'm going to sing it to you. She's got my last name tattooed on her muscles just to be certain of. The whole wide world can clearly see that she's a serious, yay, teenager in love. There's some in the background. She's got a big rose tattooed on her tummy and a flying dove. And my phone number's on its wing 'cause she's a serious, yay, teenager in love. She's even got my driver's license tattooed right on her hip. And when she's wearing a bikini, you can see a picture of me waving goodbye on a battleship. She's got my whole life tattooed to her shoulders, but from her neck above. She's saving room for a wedding picture. She's a serious, yay, teenager in love. She's even got my driver's license tattooed right on her hip. And when she's wearing a bikini, you can see a picture of me waving goodbye on a battleship. She's got my whole life tattooed to her shoulders, but from her neck above. She's saving room for a wedding picture. She's a serious, yay, teenager in love. Oh, what a serious, yay, teenager in love. That's the song. I love that song. Those are very specific tattoos. I think what I love about that song so much is that people didn't get tattoos that often in 1961, 1960. That was like not a thing that was particularly socially acceptable. Like it was not a very tattooed time period. Like the whole like everyone has tattoos is a really 90s onward thing. So I'm just imagining in my mind this teenager with like the kind of bouffant hairdo who's very, very prim and proper looking, but like her entire body is covered in tattoos, like very specific tattoos. A rose and a dove were the only other known tattoos besides anchors. Ooh! The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fan, or info. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can rhyme. Salixin, 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 Bobalixin, Banana, Fanis, Pofalixin, Fee, Fi, Momalixin. Salixin. Thank you so much for the subscription, Sal. Thank you. It is very much appreciated. And all of it's going to pay for costuming for Night Witches. Thank you. Phalixin, Me, My, Momalixin, Salixin. Love it. This song doubled the number of tattoo concepts. It's true. I mean, we have a last name tattooed on her muscles. She's got a she's got like a big rose tattooed on her tummy with a flying dove, right? And then we've got her driver's license number, phone number, last name, whole life. His whole life is tattooed on her shoulders. Oh my gosh. I mean, can you just imagine like somebody who looks sort of like, I don't know, Patty Duke or something, or one of the kids from like Father Knows Best or something, having like this entire tattoo of like from like a little baby all the way up to probably somewhere high school life on the shoulders. I just think it's yeah. I just think it tickles me pink. It tickles me pink. I still need to get tattoo money and then commission Will Dipper to design it. I need a new tattoo. I don't have a tattoo that represents me getting tenure. I have other tattoos, right? Like I have a tattoo that I got when I joined the Army, which then I got redone. I got a tattoo on my rib cage, which was for Germany, like living in Germany. And then I got that tattoo for being an undergraduate. And then this one here is for graduate school. And now I need one for, right, getting a job and tenure. Like, I need a tenure tattoo. I just don't know what, like, the problem is, see, yes, Krellin, you know what I mean. Annette Funicello with all of these tattoos. Wouldn't that be amazing? Like, I imagine somebody just like Annette Funicello. It's like somebody like really wholesome and girl next door, but like with these insane tattoos in 1961. Like, that is my imagination of this song, and I love it so much I kind of can't handle it. Oh yeah, no, I've got 3 tattoos right now, and I've got like one on my rib cage, which is sort of large. But the thing, you probably don't see my tattoos because usually on Thursdays it's after work, and so I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. Despite, yeah, no, it's there. Like, I've got one on the side of my head. But I need a new tattoo, and I feel like since I have one here and one here and one there, like symmetrically, like on my upper outer thigh on my right side would be good. But I think I could also do like a sleeve up here. Added a picture of media in Discord. Oh, I'm excited. I want to see all of it. So yes, I wanted to sing that song for you, also because I like it. It not only does it tickle me because I think it's funny, I just like the song as well, and it's the thing is, it starts off with a doo-wop chord progression, but it clearly isn't just a doo-wop chord progression. I'm trying to work it out on my banjo what the chords are, but I have other things to do as well, you know. Anyway, so I'm glad. Thank you for indulging me and letting me sing you a song. I appreciate it very much. Guess what, everyone? Night Witches in 9 days, week and a half. See, that's what I was thinking. Would you pull that crap with Annette? As for you, Troy Donahue, I know what you want to do. This is, yeah. Right now, life is just really good. We're talking about Annette Funicello, and by extension, Grease, and by extension, Olivia Newton-John, and all those things are good. That's all. So, what did I want to tell you all? Yeah, 9 days, everybody. Night Witches. I've taken my photograph, my very dramatic photograph for promo stuff. We are getting in the photographs from the rest of the cast, which it's winter holidays, so it's a little bit tricky. We just need to get a couple more things, and then I can get the overlay finished, and we can get promo stuff and have it sent out, and like, so, I mean, it's really exciting to me. I'm just saying that at any moment next week, everybody. Wow. We have a giveaway today. Our giveaway today is Dark Souls 3. I've already leaked the cast here on my stream on Saturday. I've already leaked it. I mean, so I was told that I can say, but there's going to be a big official cast announcement, like official cast announcement. Oh my gosh. Well, Krellin, you can talk about Stockard Channing and ONJ because they are both amazing. You get Stockard Channing, who's amazing, because who doesn't love Rizzo? Who doesn't love Rizzo? Well, okay, wait. Let's note that Grease, the film, has ONJ, has Stockard Channing, and whoever played Cha-Cha, who was the best dancer at St. Bernadette's, and who was like clearly 40 years old, a 40-year-old high school student with like, I mean, I'm just saying that a lot of the people in that film did not look like they were 17. They really looked 40, but that was cool. No judgment. Like, it was the best. Who doesn't like, because, do you remember Cha-Cha? Cha-Cha was like so amazing. Bad people, you're right. The musical Grease didn't love Rizzo, but I loved Rizzo. But I feel like that's often the case when you are not, the dominant person in your social group. You know, either maybe you're a nerd or, you know, whatever the thing is that sort of makes you a little bit of an outsider. Then you tend to like those characters that maybe the shows themselves don't like as much. And, Cha-Cha was the Luke Perry of his time. A lot of people act like the stuff they do today is so egregious when they cast someone in their 20s or early 30s as a teenager. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's right, because Stockard Channing is the first lady, but it's so funny, right? Because I swear, the woman who played Cha-Cha, she was like old. She was old, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in the most awesome way. It's like some people in Buffy were clearly not teenagers. Like Sarah Michelle Gellar was young, but Charisma Carpenter was not young. I'm just noting it. I'm just noting it. Oh, Cha-Cha. Yeah. Grease. We're just gonna reminisce about like that movie. Some bad messages, but I loved Rizzo. She was amazing. We're giving away Dark Souls at the break, and Night Witches is coming next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. The cast, for all of you who are hanging out with me, the cast is Shell Game, Maggie Crone, who you all know, Shell Game, who you know from Leviathan, and also Worlds Beyond, and Maggie Crone, who you know from Layla the Vampire Slayer, and Stargate Horizons. And then there's Rocket Fox, who is like the CEO or COO head, not founder, but she's like a big person in a St. Louis-based nonprofit that's about diversity in gaming. And then there is Strange Like That, who is a big cosplayer. And so all of them are like just these really cool people, and they're going to be the cast, and they're going to be amazing. So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying that it's going to be amazing. Just full stop. That's it. So we're going to go and play Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. We've been hanging out too long. Too long, everybody. I'm just going to... So we are by Bismarck right now, and where are we right now? So Bismarck. Ooh. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fan, or info. And then I say the name again with an F very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Evie, Evie, Bo Beavy, Banana, Fana, Fo Phoebe, Fee, Fi, Mo, Me, V. Evie. Thank you so much for the sub, Evie. It is much appreciated. Thank you so much. Here's my fancy new place. I have not filled in my bookshelves yet, but I will. Anna sometimes hangs out for the entire stream while consistently says she's going to play the game today, honest. But I totally am. I totally am. Evie, we were talking about the cast for Night Witches, which is going to be next weekend. I think... I don't know. Well, it's going to be really good. But I was just talking to Willem about that. About how it's a pretty, like, dark game. As a... You know, because, you know, there's no magic and people die. Like, it's a game where it's high mortality. It's a high mortality game. And and even if you don't die, if the PCs don't die, their friends are going to die. Like, that's just... Their friends and loved ones and comrades will die even if they don't. And, yeah. You survived Alabama. Ooh. In-laws were chill and I got home and I crashed. First off, I'm glad that you survived Alabama. Did you at least have sweet tea or something very Alabama-esque? Yeah, everyone dies, World War II in a game. Yeah, there's just a lot of death. And I really wanted really good players because everybody says that audiences are only invested in characters, but I feel like since these characters are probably going to die, I mean, they may not. I hope not. Let's knock on wood that they survive. We'll see. But at least I hope everyone will be invested in the players, who I think are all very, very awesome. So that's something I'm very excited about. But we're going to do it in a week, everyone. Speaking of which, I think that's my deadline to get a syllabus finished. So it's going to be a busy week. But you know what? I'm hanging out with you all. And we're going to get music back. So we're in Bismarck, North Dakota. Once tea becomes past its full saturation with sugar, is it really... That's a good question. Well, I suppose it's not tea, it's sweet tea, which I think is different. Okay, here we go. So I thought we could figure out where we are. We are in North Dakota. I don't know if we've traveled enough around Wisconsin, but we need some funny stories, everyone. I also think we should just continue going. Hey, let's head to Seattle and see all the people in the Geek Space. So let's head off towards Montana, and then head over to Washington, and then let's do that. No interesting Alabama-specific things. I mean, I'm in Georgia anyway, but I'm in the ATL semi-safe zone, not the backcountry. Oh, if you're in Georgia, then maybe you'll get something really cool, like, you know, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and you hang out with them. I really don't think Depression Era US is the place to find... I understand that, and I totally get it. It's just that they want me... I need to have these funny stories for the Pullman Porter. Or else he'll, you know... So it looks like, by the way, we need to remind ourselves... I need to remember that I need stories that look like this. Like the two pentagrams in a infinity sign. I need stories like that. Because I don't have stories enough about that. And I could do more scales. So those are all things that I could do more of. All right, so that's it. So this is our journey log. That's exciting. That's it. We're going. We are heading west. Depression era funny stories from my granny all seem to be, and then we almost died, or and then the person died. So sometimes people's Depression era stories involve just lots of death. You know, it's a thing. Evie, how are you doing? Also, can I say something to you all? I want to tell you all something. I am in a really good mood. on... What day is today? Thursday? On Monday, I went and ran Night Witches with my offline group for good practice, you know. And it was a really great session. Like, it was a really good session. It was... Did anybody die? Nobody died, which is always a plus. So nobody died, so that was good. But also, it just was like, it was good. It, like, had a really good vibe. I was excited for it. And then, Tuesday, I played Pathfinder the Adventure card game. So, you all know Aneo. Aneo is in Florida, but she used to be up here. Can I cross? I cannot. I need to go across the crossing, which is over there. Anyway, Aneo and I and another person started this game of Rise of the Rune Lords a long time ago, and we could only play it every once in a while. So it's been like well over a year that we've been playing this game, but we finally finished it. So we finished it, and we won. It was really good. That's the wrong button. That's the right button. I'm doing awesome. Break, and yeah, she was a farm girl in Tiger, Georgia. The Depression didn't touch them as much, though the TVA was a huge deal because of electrification. Oh, yeah. Who doesn't... I mean... You know what? I can support some New Deal. I just caught a ride, everybody. I don't know if that was a good idea, but I just did. I'm gonna be a skeleton taking a ride. So, like, these last 2 days were really good. And then today I'm hanging out with you all. I've also been, by the way, doing more work on my GURPS Arena that I want to run. I've been working on making different templates for the different types of... are you going to let me... No? What? Hey, but there's stuff? No? I'm on a car and I can't get off. They're just driving me and they won't let me go. Car driver, I'm missing things. I wanted to go back. There's all this stuff here. Car driver? Thank you. Now we have to go back because there was clearly stuff there's stuff all over here that's interesting. And, you know, I want to see what it is. I don't want to miss all this stuff. Oh, I'm getting tired, it looks like. Oh, well. Yeah, like, I don't want to miss an entire state's worth of stuff. Like, maybe there'll be funny stories about people dying. We traveled a lot. Yeah, and so anyway, now I'm hanging out with you all. Anyway, I was telling you about GURPS. The GURPS Arena. So, there is a free program that's multi-system, cross-compatible. I don't have words. What's the word that people use to describe things? Multi-system, cross... there's a word. Anyway, you know, multi-platform. You know what I mean. Anyway, so it's like a program that anybody can use. PC, Mac, Linux. And, it's GURPS character sheet, and it does character sheets, which is great. But then there's also character sheet in Roll20, but I find the character sheet in Roll20, which does what it needs to do, is also really complicated. So I decided to, after starting doing a bunch of character sheets in that I just didn't want to do that. So I'm going to do all the character sheets in GURPS character sheet, but then I might maybe make my own character sheet in Roll20 that's simplified so that it doesn't look as threatening. Ooh, Krellin, you're going? Oh, Krellin. Ciao. Go to sleep, take a nap. do something nice and indulgent for yourself. Like read a book or listen to music. Cross-platform. Cross-platform. That's what I'm looking for. Krillin, do something nice for yourself. And I will see you later.
The plants grow and blossom as you watch. The man goes down the line, applying a few drops from a vial as he goes. As a liquid soaks in, each plant pushes up from the soil, unfolding and stretching for the sky.
That's miraculous. It's miraculous.
He turns to you.
It's quite something, isn't it? Soy here strangles the crops. People are starving. But even when the plants survive, they don't grow fast enough to fill people's bellies.
He smiles.
My miracle formula will change that.
Huh. How does it work?
He shakes his head.
I'm not giving up my secrets that easily. The state will pay a lot of money for this.
He shakes the vial. He tears off a leaf.
Here, try some.
Okay, sure.
It's just bitter at first. But as you swallow, the fibrous mass burns in your throat. You fight to hold it down, and your stomach knots tight when the plant matter hits it. You cough and hiccup. The man looks at you, curious.
What do you think?
Yeah, we're not gonna lie. We're gonna tell the truth that it tastes like unwashed death. Everyone knows he made it work by including a lot of snake oil. Yes.
He waves a hand.
Well, yes, there are some kinks to work out, but people are starving. They can't be fussy. It won't be long before no one around here goes hungry again.
Your stomach protests. You feel like you'll be hungry again very soon indeed.
That's a vomiting reference. News story. The dubious but promising miracle growth formula. That was about vomit. Why am I tired? Why am I tired anyway? So, I'm feeling pretty good. Because I know you all. So there you go. I'm gonna search. The house is abandoned. Boarded up windows, unruly window boxes, and a gate rusted completely shut. You hop the fence. In the backyard, you find a garden shed with a door that shuts tight. While cars rumble by outside, you get a long, safe sleep. Ooh, nice. That was great. Oh, hey, do you want to know something? Guess what? Guess what, everyone? I'm totally playing this, by the way. But I got things in the mail today. I got a deck. I'll show you. Hold on. So I got things in the mail, and you know, Kickstarter stuff, right? Because I kickstarted some things, and then I got things in the mail. So I got the Book of Mirrors. It's a supplement for Bluebeard's Bride that allows you to play it in different settings. So they have a setting where you are, rather than the bride of Bluebeard's son, one where you are in a boarding school, an English boarding school, one where you are in an asylum in the 1910s, or a carnival in the 1950s, or in a prison in the 1980s. So that's exciting. I'm so glad I got all the sleep last night today. After 4 days of old air mattress, my own bed was heavenly. Oh, yes. And then I got the deck of mysterious objects for Bluebeard's Bride, which, you know, objects. But this is what I wanted to share with you all, because I thought you all would appreciate this. So I got my Good Society Jane Austen RPG, which is very fancy. But I also got this deck of people, right? It's this base deck of people. Yes, it was. But check it out. Wait. I want to show you something. You will love this, all of you people. Where is it? So these are all just people, right? Wait. There. Check it out. Check it out, everybody. We can't see. Wait. That right there, that's Lizzie's character, Margaret. Broken-hearted wealthy heiress. Secret romantic new money. Like, this is the card that is Lizzie the Bold's character. How great is that? Because, you know, Lizzie the Bold's character was awesome, and her card is in this deck. How cool is that? So, I'm excited by that. And I should take a photograph of it and tweet it so that she knows, because it's super cool. Although she probably already has it. But I just wanted to give her some love, because her character was awesome. That's it, everybody. So, do you know what? I've got so much work I have to do. Like, it's really a little shocking to think about all the work that I have coming up, because we're in break, but I still have to finish grading. And in addition to finishing grading, although I did some grading today, so that was pretty decent, I have to get my syllabus done. I've got to get 2 syllabi done. And I need to do that actually really early for reasons. Staircase method. Let's search in here. See what we find. I don't think we need anything.
The twisters touch down in a cornfield. Fence posts flying in its wake.
Ooh, we need some of these.
A huge black stallion charges toward the tornado. On its back, a cowboy whips his lasso through the churning air, nearly matching the twister's speed. His wild laughter carries on the wind.
Oh, well, we'll watch that.
God damn it, Bill!
Another man hollers, clapping his hands to his hat to keep it from flying off.
Quit being a damn fool!
The man on the horse turns toward him and flashes a beatific grin before digging his heels harder into the horse's flanks.
So we need this 2 pentacles, so we're going to seek shelter rather than watch the cowboy.
You follow the man in his hat into a root cellar.
Bill's damn good with horses, but he's only happy when he's trying to tame something bigger than himself. What does he think he's gonna do? Ride it?
When the storm clears, Bill and his horse have vanished.
I feel like that wasn't a funny story, but it was a thing that we needed. The cowboy who rode the storm. Well, at least he just didn't die immediately. I mean, you know. So, it's totally a funny story. Totally funny. That cowboy died. Tragically. It's fine. Ooh, what do we have here? Let's search this.
The girl tilts her basket away to hide whatever's inside.
You want to see what I got? I'm not telling.
She raises her eyebrows, encouraging you to pry further. This girl is either very confident or too young to know shyness.
I feel like, okay, do we show disinterest or interest, do you think? If we show disinterest, then she might show us. If we show interest, then she might not. So let's show disinterest, hoping that she will maybe then tell us.
Oh, you're not being fun. It's really worth seeing.
She twists her lips to one side, mimicking a more adult, thoughtful gesture.
Tell you what, I'll show you what's in the basket if you do something for me.
Sure. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Excellent. I want you to kill my mother.
She looks to check if you're paying attention, then points to a figure working at the other end of the field.
She's boring. She keeps making me work when I want to play.
So, this is also not a funny story. Hey, bad seed.
The girl bursts into peals of laughter. She doubles over the basket, laughing so hard she's barely able to stand. When she can speak again, she says,
You should have seen your face. You really should.
Okay. All right, mischievous one.
She beckons you over, shows you her basket.
Oh, Trooper, I thought of you as I showed my younger brother-in-law Babylon Berlin. He's learning German in high school, and is kind of terrible. At German? Now, he's got a reason to try to work harder. Yes, indeed. Should have killed her mom while she was laughing as a joke. Oh, you think it's funny? And because I am a skeleton who apparently just murders people all the time, so I suppose it would have been a thing. I need to see Babylon Berlin. I need to find some time to do... I don't think I'll be really watching television until after I get Night Witches underway.
3 kittens snuggle up at the bottom. They're barely old enough to open their eyes.
Ma gave them to me for being good. I've called them Badb, Matcha, and Anand, after a story Nana told me.
She preens.
I'm very clever, you know.
This might be a nice story I can tell to the Pullman Porter. This'll be like that's a story that's not miserable and sad. It's kind of terrible in every way. There was something else I wanted to... Oh, yeah. So what I'm doing right now is I'm working through all of the different gladiatorial styles, but he's mostly just bad at German. Because, you have, like, the Hoplomachus, who's with the small buckler and spear, the Murmillo with the heavy, large shield. I'm trying to get all the different styles. Oh, hey. And work through what all those styles sound like, what they all look like in the different... Because I'm wanting to do different levels of GURPS. I'm wanting to do just GURPS Lite, with just what is in GURPS Lite, and then basic set, and then with the martial arts add-on, and then maybe a 4th version with all the cinematic stuff. We'll see. But I want to try to get the different levels. And the GURPS Lite will be no map, and then no tactical map, and then GURPS Basic will have the tactical map, and then GURPS Martial Arts will have the tactical map and some extra stuff. So I'm trying to work through creating different versions, right? Like if you're doing... I started with the martial arts version because that has like all the stuff in it. Now I'm trying to scale everything down. So martial arts has got really detailed armor, for example, because the gladiators wore very specific sorts of armor. Like if you were a Hoplomachus, then you had a cloth manica on your weapon arm, and you had a greave that only covered the front half of your, like a long greave, I think, on your off leg. If you were Murmillo, you had 2 short greaves on both of your legs. But there's like differences that would make a difference in terms of if you wanted to target somebody's armor leg. And GURPS Basic has armor but not as detailed, so I'm trying to scale down like what things would be the equivalent. That also means that some types will not be available in the GURPS Basic version. For example, there's no trident in GURPS Basic, and there's no scissors, which is like the kind of an arm. That looked like I was fisting somebody, didn't it? Like it's an arm thing with a little half-moon crescent blade on it, and that's also not in GURPS Basic, so you can't play either the scissors or... You can't play the scissors or the Risharius, I suppose. You can play the Risharius, but you can't play... Maybe you can't play the Risharius. So you can't do that one in GURPS Basic, and then I'm going to, once I finish working that all out, then I'm going to go and set up the version with just GURPS Lite. And GURPS Lite has no target hit locations. right? I believe, as far as I remember, GURPS Lite has no hit location, so it's all just like D&D center mass. So then I think there's almost no, I don't have to worry about armor at all because it doesn't really matter. Just chest armor matters, and nothing else really does. So I'm just working out like how to scale the different styles, right, from the different levels. And then once I do that, and I've got like 7 or 8 or 9 different styles for each gladiator, right? So I've got the Hoplomachus, which is a spear fighter, the Murmillo, which is like a heavy fighter with a big shield, the Thracian, which has got a square shield and a curved, like a falchion. I've got the Risharius, which is the trident and net. I've got... Here's another one. Hoplomachus, Murmillo, Thracian, Risharius. And there's another fast one. Oh, but then I also got that demon. I've got the one that is a cutout sword fighter. I've got that one. I've got the scissors. I've got. I feel like I've got one more. Oh, anyway, you know, I've got all the different types, so it's really exciting for me. Anyway, old guy says, this kindly old man sharing the shade under the bridge with you tells you a few rambling stories, some true-seeming, some conspicuously less so. All true, he assures you. There's history in this place, going all the way back to the Indian times. Strange stuff happens around here. Can't all be true. Sure it is, he scoffs. Then, as if to prove himself right, he launches into a story about the blessed lighthouse sanctuary, where souls in love could find respite. And this one, you know, is the story of the 2 lighthouse keepers, but wilder and stranger than you remember. I know that one. See then? The old man laughs. So I ain't pulling your leg. It's all true. We'll move on. So my story grew in the telling. Aww. When I look around all this place, I feel like I'm probably missing all of the stuff. Alright, let's go here.
For hours now, you've seen it circling overhead. Its wings cutting across the sliver of sky you can see framed by the crowns of vast redwoods. But it's gotten closer. The cry that echoed from afar now seems dangerously near.
Let's look skyward.
And suddenly, the eagle swoops down, claws splayed before it, wings spreading into a crescent of knife-sharp feathers.
Ooh. Do I keep watching it or run for cover? I don't think I have a lot of wheels, so let's do that. Because I don't think of a lot of those.
You scramble away from the road, seeking shelter under one of the large trees. The eagle recedes from sight, but then, as the noise of its cry dims, you hear another noise. Some dandy's sleek automobile blazing down the road. It nearly clips you. Were you still standing there, you'd be a goner. The eagle, as if expecting thanks, lands nearby. Just for a moment. And then it's in the sky again, looking for whatever lunch it's missing.
Thanks, Eagle. That's a good story. I feel like I just got 2 good stories, so that if I meet my Pullman Porter again, it won't be so miserable. Everything is so ominous in this game.
The inn is the only respite from the rain outside. Enormous trees dwarf even the largest buildings and homes here, and the inn is no exception. But you find its interior as dark as the forest outside.
Why is everything so ominous in this game?
No one is behind the bar. The quiet of the night is broken by the sound of glass crashing into the floor. A huge black tomcat, its coat taking on a moonlit sheen, laps experimentally at the high-proof hooch that it just spilled.
Ooh. So I could keep watching or I could approach the cat. I am a skeleton. Let's approach the cat.
You try to lean over the cat to pet it, but something about the malevolent way he stares at you gives you pause. The beast pads into a darkened doorway, entering the back room of the inn.
Yeah, we're gonna follow it, because that seems like a bad idea, so we're doing it.
You light a match to see by in the darkness, but you still nearly trip on her. A woman, presumably the landlady, her eyes gone glassy and foggy. And on her chest is that damned cat, snout to her face, sucking in the air from her dead lungs.
Okay. Okay then. That's great. Creepy cat. Hey, I don't know if you saw, that was a creepy cat. Why don't we go over here to Wyoming and see what's over there besides creepiness? Yeah, see, Levi, you know what I'm saying. Like, oh. What? That was bad. It was like all creepiness. Let's search in here. Why make us
The plank has been precariously raised as a tiny jetty.
Ooh, Crit Witch!
Cutting its
House,
way
come
through the
on.
woods.
Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything.
Staring into
Thank you for the host, Crit Witch. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So, this is what happened. A plank has been precariously raised as a tiny jetty. Ooh, ooh. The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say bow at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fan, or info. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Crit Witch, Crit Witch, Crit Witch, Bo Bit Witch, Banana, Fana, Fo Fit Witch, Fee, Fi, Mo Mit Witch. Crit Witch. Thank you so much for the subscription, Crit Witch. It is much appreciated. All proceeds right now are going for all of the uniform stuff and for Night Witches, which is starting in a week. Hey, Crit Witch, how are you? And also Volpez. Hello, hello. At least 3 of us survived the holidays, although I'm a bah humbug, so I had a really low-key day. You know, Crit Witch, I had a great time, even though I didn't do holiday things. Come on, everybody! I said, now let's play a game! I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say bow at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fan, or info. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Volpez, 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 Banana, Fana, Volpez, Fee, Fi, Momopez. Volpez. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh. All of the resubs, so nice. And you know, again, I'm just saying, all of this is going towards Night Witches. And so it is much appreciated. You all... Mopez better than mopeds. I think mopeds is better than mopeds. I wonder if we could market mopeds as a cross between a moped and Pez dispensers. It's like a moped that is also a Pez dispenser. So as you're riding around through town, you can just like flip it and then get Pez. I feel like we would make $1 million. Oops, mopeds, not mopeds. No, but if with a Z, then we get like the moped Pez, the mopeds. Like, I'm just telling you, it would be epic, right? And then we're traveling around, and every time you're hungry for some Pez, you're just like, ciao, Pez, and then boom, just like that. But this is life. This is what it should be all about. If anybody here who's not following the Academic Foxhole, I invite you to follow if you would like. We have, when we hit 500 followers, I'm going to do a stream in Pig Latin, just so you know it. That's it. So, a plank has been precariously raised as a tiny jetty over a creek, cutting its way through the woods. She's dressed in a simple baby blue dress of the same cloth as her daughter's. Both are bent at the waist, staring into the clear water. I wonder what they're doing. Oh my gosh! Yes, if there are any hangry drivers, boom boom, Pez. And also, Pez is delicious. Ciao, Pez. It should be their new campaign slogan. Ciao, Pez. Speaking of Pez, I like Pez.
It fell somewhere in here. Can't have gotten far.
She has the rocky voice of a distraught person who's unused to being distraught.
Hey, you!
She runs toward you, looking through displaced locks of wavy black hair.
Do you see my ring down there in the water?
I don't know. I will look around, though.
Your eyes scan the bottom of the water, looking for a glint of metal among the moving shimmers of tiny, silver-scaled fish.
Yeah, I'm going to say I found it because I need happy stories.
You reach down into the water, gingerly grasping a narrow band of gold.
Oh, Lord, thank you so much.
She beams, all but stepping into the water to take it from you.
If you hadn't come around, I'd have lost my grandmother's ring.
I feel like we just got another happy story, everyone.
The ring's magical.
Oh.
The young girl blurts out. Her mother gives her a mock stern look, as though the daughter has just given away a big secret.
You drop it in the river, and it grants a wish.
And what did you wish for?
The mother laughs, shaking the water from her hair.
Why, I wished a stranger would roll into town with some stories.
Well, that would be me. Huh. All right. Well, you know, I need to find a town, everybody. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm tired. Not me personally, but my character's tired. And, so there's a river crossing up here, which means I imagine there's probably interesting stuff over there, which I would like to see. Maybe we should just head north. I mean, I feel like there's more stuff if we head south, but we're not heading south. Like, Colorado's over there. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. So it looks like we now have 2 stories. Oh, we can only have so many stories at a time, it looks like. So we need more of justice. If we have a choice, we need more justice stories. Oh, hey, Hydrated Bot. I feel like Hydrated Bot is trying to tell me something. Colorado does have a lot of stuff in it. It looks like there's a lot of stuff in Colorado, right? I mean, look at that. Here we go. Look at all that stuff in Colorado. There seems to be a lot of stuff hanging out over there, and like people I could meet. But we're gonna go to Washington. We're gonna go to Washington. Oh, that's a river crossing. We're going. Oh, but Hydrate Bot says that I'm supposed to drink water right now, so I'm gonna drink some water. You should drink water too. Or whatever you want to drink. No judgment. But I like water. Okay, we're not going to go south, we're going north. Because if we go north, we'll pick up stuff. I'm really glad that I got some happy stories. I'll have to make my way back to find the Pullman Porter to say hi to him and tell him my new stories, which are... I won't tell him about the cat that murdered the landlady and sucks the air out of the landlady's lungs, because that's disturbing. But yeah. I probably shouldn't design an entire new character sheet, but I want to. So, you know, that's the thing. Oh, maybe I can catch a ride. But I do, I want to, let's search. The travelers at this campfire are all women. Women with long knives hanging from their belts. They let you join their camp in exchange for news about the towns you just passed to get here. Maybe they're hiding from something, but you feel safe getting a good night's sleep here. I feel like Stephen King did write a story about that cat. Right? That's what it feels like to me. Oh, there's the crossing. Okay. We have to go this... I'm pointing as if... You know, me pointing at the screen does not help because you can't see it. That's all. Yeah, I didn't do any, like, Christmassy things for Christmas. Most of the time when it's Christmas, I just hang out in where I'm living and do nothing. That's all I do. I'm just like, I'm hanging out doing nothing. But this time I actually gaming stuff, so that was really great.
Stacks of suitcases grind the parked Model A deeper into the dirt. An extended family inside defies the carrying capacity of the vehicle. The driver leans out the window. Want this? He swings a violin around by its neck. 10 bits. We need it for gas. You hear a muffled pounding from somewhere within the car.
Decline or I don't have that much. I will just say I don't have that much because I don't have that much.
6 bits then. We need it for gas. The pounding becomes frantic.
That seems suspicious. Ooh, I just had a burrito today. Jer, we are burrito brothers together. I had Indian food for Christmas because that was what restaurant was open. Yeah, so no, I didn't do any, but it was one of my better Christmases in a while because I was playing games and that's something I really enjoyed. It was just like playing games and it was really good. Should I buy it or should I not buy it? I feel kind of weirded out by the pounding in the car. Gang, I don't know if I should buy this violin or not. What if I needed to play the violin against the devil? I already played cards against the devil and I clearly lost. Do I buy it? I mean, I probably should because what does money mean anyway, right? I'm a skeleton. I can earn more money.
The violin is yours, and the car shudders down the road. It's not quite out of sight when the back door pops open and you hear a girl's voice scream at you.
That violin belongs to Louise Ames, you dumb fuck.
The door and the girl are wrestled back into place, and the car fades into the blur of the horizon.
I've already been down to Georgia. Oh. Okay, do I leave the violin or keep it? The car is gone, so it feels like leaving it won't do anything. Oh, right. What if she is super dangerous? This is a good point, Levi. What if I should probably just leave that violin, right? Because what if Louise Ames will murder me? Let's leave it.
You toss it down by the tire tracks. What were you gonna do with a violin anyway?
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but what if Louise Ames is super dangerous and would murder me for her violin? So let's just not. Oh. We're hiring pickers, the farmhand says. Today only. He drives you over. 30 or 40 people are already making their slow way across an impossibly vast field that touches the hazy horizon. Back-breaking work, but the folks are friendly and the pay's okay. Yeah, I'm a skeleton. I can whistle without lips. I don't need a violin. Come on. Come on. But I wonder what would have happened if I'd kept the violin. I'm just very concerned about this, personally. Because I just feel like I was going to be murdered by Louise Ames. I don't know who she is, but I feel like she's probably a murderer. There are a lot of murderers in this game, you know? Let's cross here. Let's cross. Oh, I don't know why I just crossed, because this is Canada. Pickers like American pickers rummage through people's junk and offer them, I think, different pickers? So I'm on this side of the river, and I don't think that's useful for me, but I think I need to get to a train station. I don't think I can make it west from where I'm at. So we're going to travel a bit, backtrack, see if we can find a way west, because maybe we need to take the train. Because it's the 30s, which means the highway system hasn't been built yet. The Mercer, it must have lost its S. What am I whistling about right now? So I'm back in North Dakota, everyone. You know, I'm hanging out near Canada in case there's a draft. I can just escape. You know what's really interesting? I was thinking about the draft. And I think that people often think of the draft as being a thing that happens only when there is a war. But you know, Elvis was drafted. Although it might have been the Korean War at the time. Although it might just have been peacetime, too. Anyway, Elvis was drafted. So, we're back in North Dakota, everyone. The war. Hey, did you all watch, in case there's a draft, come on, the war to end all wars happened like 20 years ago. We ain't gonna get another one. Yeah. I think, I find it unlikely that, I mean, maybe we'd have a draft, but I doubt it. I feel like what's going to happen is that nowadays, with the way that we currently do things, we're really sort of slim. We're really slimmed down. I think we would probably just bring up reserves and that's it. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. So I feel like there's a train station around here. And I want to know where it is. Map. Where? Oh, there's a train station right down there in South Dakota. Why don't we head south into South Dakota and take the train to a place? Although, yeah, we're gonna have to walk back to that crossing. There's a crossing over there. We have to head back to it, and then we can head down to the train station and maybe make it out west. If I have money. Oh, I'm a hobo. I don't need money. I just hop on the train. So, speaking of hobos hopping on trains, do you want to know something? Did I tell you this? No. I got it, Sal. I got it. I got it because you said the phrase war to end all wars. Once you say that, I know. I wrote a piece of music when I was an undergraduate composition major that used World War I poetry about mustard gas attacks as its inspiration. Because, yeah. Oh, that's a good point, Jer. That's a good point. I just feel like what they would do instead is just call up the National Guard and the reserves, and maybe the inactive ready reserve, and just pull people up that way. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Also, I think I'm at the wrong side of the river again. Maybe there's a crossing here. Perhaps. See, there's a train yard. And there's also a crossing. This banjo has a strange timbre to it. Oh, I was going to tell you a story. I was going to tell you all a story. One of my colleagues, a fellow musicologist, he specializes in hobo music. And he has been doing field work at the hobo... There's a hobo gathering every year in Britt, Iowa, and he goes there every year. I don't know if he's gone this year, to meet and interview these hobos about their lives and the music. And there's a type of hobo called a bridger, and bridgers are hobos that were old enough to have been hobos before the trains changed their engines. In the past, it was, I don't know, old style, like, is either, I don't know if we switched to diesel or diesel was the old thing, we switched to something new, but diesel was involved. It's either the old one and now not the new one, or it's now the new one. But the old type of trains were slow to speed up, and so hobos from the old time were able to jump onto the rail cars pretty easily, and then they changed the kind of locomotion of trains. And trains now speed up very quickly, like they go from 0 to 60 very quickly. So it's actually very, very dangerous to try to hop on a train nowadays. And a lot of hobos from the nowadays time, they'll trip and fall and lose their leg when it gets run over by the train. So it's actually very dangerous. But also it's very hard to be a hobo now at post 9/11 because they now have a lot more rigid security when it comes to rails, but they didn't have before 9/11. So it's very hard to be a hobo nowadays. This farmer is loitering beside a couple crates of berries, idly watching the clouds go by. Waiting for the pickup, he says, trying to make small talk. Hey, you want to hear a wild story? Absolutely. He starts telling you about a mother known for a powerful, secret insecticide recipe. It takes a couple of minutes, but suddenly you realize it is the story about the woman with the buckets of poison. Whoever told it the farmer changed, well, a lot. But it's still pretty good. Hey, where'd you hear that story? I can't remember, he says. I think I've known it for years. Since I was a boy, for sure. That can't be right. I'm going to say that the story happened to me. Bullshit! His laughter rings down the dusty road. You're a good joker, I'll give you that. I'll move on. A friend of mine traveled across country using trains in the early 2000s, and one train he went to jump on, he threw his pack in and tripped and lost everything he owned. Ooh. That's rough. That's rough. It's, I wonder if I have money enough to take the train. I hope so.
The lightning starts in the next valley over. Then the wind picks up. The long grass hisses. And suddenly, it's raining so hard you can barely breathe without a hand over your mouth.
The writing in this game is so good.
The lightning momentarily illuminates a farmhouse on the opposite hilltop. The only one for miles. Much closer, though, is a silhouette of a dilapidated barn.
Head for the house, make for the barn. I don't know which one of these I have more stories of, but let's go for the barn. It seems like the less obvious choice.
It's mostly dry here. Perhaps that's why every corner of the barn has a soaked, silent traveler crouching in it. 15 or 20 of them, all staring in your direction, all blinking, all curiously dressed in the same brown coat. One silently points you to a spot of your own.
Yeah, no, we're not going to rest there. That's creepy.
You immediately turn on your heel and march back out into the rain. By morning, You're delirious and soaked to the bone. But still alive, you tell yourself. Still safe.
That was creepy. I'm not doing well. I'm like tired and I'm injured. But let's hop a train. Oh, let's go to Salt Lake City. We're going to Salt Lake City, everybody. This is my first time hopping a train. As you hop off the boxcar, you suddenly feel the heavy hand of a railroad bull on your shoulder. Now, where'd you come from? He asks, in a way that indicates he doesn't care. You don't mess with the Rock Island's cars. The beating that ensues is efficient and brutal. Okay, I'm not good, everyone. I've been beaten by railroad bulls. I'm exhausted. Oh, hey. Sounds in Spanish. I need to find a city, and I feel like Salt Lake City's not doing it for me. You wait in this soup line for over an hour. It's barely crawling along. You round the corner of the building and see far away a lone pair of nurses struggling to ladle out soup to hundreds. Gonna be waiting here a while longer, sighs the mother in line beside you. Seems like it. You and her get talking. After a while, the topic drifts into a strange place, and she starts telling you about the boy whose shiftless father left him alone in the woods. You recognize it as a story about the boy who ran away with his father, but way more outrageous than your version. I know that story. You tell her your version. That's not as exciting, she says diplomatically. I mean, it sure sounds realer than what I heard, but I think Toby likes mine best. She bounces her child encouraging on her hip, but Toby's too hungry to smile. I would just like to maybe get to a town.
Motor's running, but nobody's driving. Flies buzz the windshield. Beyond the van is a driveway, paved through cut green grass to the top of the hill. There you see a squat, rustic mansion. The sun turns your back damp.
Do I look at the car or go to the house? I don't know which one of these I need more of. Let's go to the house.
You arrive in the driveway panting, tongue dried out. A woman is sprawled face down on the lawn. Pink skirt, white shirt. Her copper blood staining the grass.
Well, that's bad.
Another one. A man in waistcoat and boots, slumped by the doorstep. Scrawled across the door in red is the word pig.
We just came upon a massacre site. I just wanted some water.
She hangs by a noose from the ceiling beam. Blonde, dripping blood, and pregnant. She's in her underwear. And though you only have a glance to go on, you could swear that she's smiling.
That is very Charles Manson, but this is the 30s. Well, that did not get me to a city, everyone. Well, disturbing. Well, let's head west. I just really need to find a city that will... Okay, so we're over here. Well, okay, so I need to find a city is what I need to do. I need to find a city because I need to rest, I need to get money, I need to heal, I need to eat some food. You know what? I suppose we're heading to Colorado anyway. We spent all this time trying to avoid, I know, Salt Lake City, right? I think we're going to have to head to Colorado. We spent all this time trying to avoid it. But I think we're going to Colorado. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, hey, why are you so creepy? There's something over there. Let's just find out what it is before we go. This is not the direction we're supposed to be heading, but it's right there looking at me. And I want to know what it is. Also, I'm in bad health, everyone. I'm a very sad skeleton. Very sad skeleton. Don't kill me.
There's a rustling in this cactus patch. Down where the spiny paddles disappear into the sand, something is writhing around. At first, you think it's an antelope, perhaps, fallen among the thorns.
Nope, it's a dead body.
Oh, fuck. That shrunken human skull whips around to stare at you. And those hands, God, like talons. They scrabble in the dirt.
Nope.
Before you know it, you're flat on your ass 20 feet away. The nude, withered corpse continues peeling himself out of his shallow grave.
Help me,
He shouts.
damn cactus grew on my coffin.
Okay, well, alright.
His fingers are so slight and delicate that you can scarcely believe your tugging doesn't rip them clear off. Soon he's free, but too fragile to stand.
Fuck this.
He rasps. He buries his head in his hands, his skull hitting his palms with a papery slap.
What happened to you?
I've been cursed 2 times. Once to live forever, but the second time to die. How'd you think the 2 magics fought it out, huh? I'm dead for sure, and certainly alive.
His tongue scrapes along his teeth like a dried thorn.
I think the narrator is cursed before. What will you do?
Keep trying to kill myself? Tried getting shot.
He points to the ragged constellation of holes in the side of his head.
Paid someone to chop my head off, but he chickened out. Maybe I can grind myself up and I'll just be some kind of thinking dust? Yeah, wouldn't mind that.
You know what? I'm gonna try. I'm a skeleton. I bring death to people.
He's clearly delighted. He extends one leg like a dry stick of wood.
Got a knife? No? Rub a stone on it or something.
You oblige,
This is
gripping
dark.
his ankle in one hand and going to town on his toe tips with a sharp rock in the other.
Why did I do this? This is not working.
You continue for a few minutes in complete silence.
Please stop.
He finally blurts.
God, this isn't gonna work. I'll forget it. I'll just figure it out myself.
Good luck.
Thanks.
He shrugs, an uneven jerk, ending with a crack as the tight skin along his shoulder splits.
Say, how far to the nearest combine harvester?
I
Think I can get there if I roll up like a hoop snake and let the wind push me?
have no clue, my friend.
Damn. Well, take a hint from me, which is, don't fuck with a witch or any kind of anybody who does witch stuff.
Smart idea.
You beat it toward the horizon, glad that you didn't have to compare curses with him.
Oh yeah, 'cause I've got one. Clownish corpse. Like, I feel like I somehow get the sense that would not be a funny story, though. So, I'm not in the best way, everybody. I feel like I'm gonna die. Oh, hey! A farmer chases pigs haplessly around his yard. They delight in eluding him, and he's getting mad as hell. "Help me!" he hollers. You jump the fence and give chase. Together you corner a young pig. The farmer tackles it into the dust. For lunch, you share a fresh cut of pork. Hey, I'm no longer almost dying. I'm just super exhausted. So, we're in Utah. And where do we want to go? If we head, do we want to continue heading to Colorado? It's not that far. Well, actually, it looks like Reno or Las Vegas is probably closer. But we're going to be missing all these people to talk to. We're going to Colorado. We're going to Colorado. We're heading west. Maybe he was irritated that he was told so many times not to curse in Salt Lake City. See, this is what it is in Salt Lake City. None of that cursing. So we're going to head south. And the soundtrack's really good, y'all. I don't know if we want to head completely south, right? Like, we want to head to Colorado, which is east, right? Oh, I want to head east and a little bit south to meet that woman. That's what I'm looking for. I wonder if we're going to get to a river crossing. Oh, hey, look, there's something over there. I need a river crossing. Even though he wasn't cursing. He was just cursed. He wasn't cursing. Do you all curse? My parents cursed. Because they were like bohemian. So they curse a lot. But I don't curse. I'm not bothered by cursing. It doesn't upset me or anything. I just don't do it. It always makes me feel awkward. Like, I'm just being awkward. So it looks like there are things here for us to look at. I think that fireplace means it's a friend. It's a friend, everyone. We've got a friend that we can talk to in Shiprock or near Shiprock. I curse a lot, but try not to around kids whose parents think they've... Oh, and here's the other thing about cursing. Like, I've heard curse words, like, even when I was, like, in grade school, so I'm just not even offended. Before I talk to this person, why don't I hear this story? You witness... Oh. Yeah, it's the mother. I know her. We just had this. Oh, you and her get to talking, the woman. After a while, the topic drifts into a strange place, and she starts telling you about the ghost of the well-heeled hobo. You recognize it as the story about the last bottle of Armagnac, but way more outrageous than your version. I know that story. You tell her your version. But, you know. So, let's talk to this woman here. And then we'll get new stories. Oh, by the way, we're going to do a giveaway. My nephew keeps saying damn it, getting it mixed up with dang it. And very earnestly asking, which one do we say when my brother yells at him for it? But see, and this is, okay, so this is the whole thing about cursing, right? It's totally arbitrary, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, we're allowed to say dang it, but not damn it, because somehow damn it is somehow a bad thing to say, but dang it is not a bad thing to say. It's like how in Battlestar Galactica, you're not allowed to use... I'm gonna say a curse word now, but I'm quoting. You're not allowed to say the word fuck. And so they just say the word frack in Battlestar Galactica. But because they use it exactly the same way that you would use the word fuck, it becomes basically just that, but it's something you could say on television. Dang it, but I like dag nabbit. In case the hydration bot gets me. Fiddlesticks. Fiddle-dee-dee. So yeah, it's just, yeah, it's weird to me. Especially what's weird to me is when people get weirdly moralistic about it. Like, if you curse, you're somehow a bad person, or you have poor morals just because you're cursing. What is that all about? It's dumb. We're gonna meet a person. Dahaya.
Ya hatahin halani. Good evening, Shikis, my friend.
Oh, I wonder what kind of story she
Come,
likes.
let me show you how to sprinkle corn pollen.
Oh. The nuns won't tolerate... Though, with that one specifically, he started kindergarten at a private school this year that is Catholic. The nuns won't tolerate damn it at all. They're the same people who think someone having tattoos means the same thing. Oh, hey, Krellin. We are, in... Oh, yeah. So I wanted to say, thank you. I forgot. We are near Utah. I think we're like Utah, Colorado. We're in that area, the sort of Utah, Colorado area. We're going to have a giveaway today, and our giveaway is going to be Dark Souls 3 with a DLC. So just in the next 5 minutes or so, just say something, and then you can be eligible to get the Dark Souls 3 that I will be giving away, because I cannot personally play it because it is not Mac compatible. Welcome back, Krellin. So yeah, we are somewhere in that area.
First, reach into the medicine pouch and pinch the tahadinhi. Then sprinkle it on top of your forehead to ask for wisdom. Touch the tahadinhi to your tongue to bless your voice. And sprinkle the remainder to bless and guide the path before you.
We've just met a new person, Krellin. This is a brand new person. I got 3 things up. Oh, that's awesome. Getting things off your to-do list is always like a good feeling, and I've got things that I need to get off my to-do list, but
with beauty,
I'll do them later after.
May I walk. With beauty before me, may I walk. With beauty behind me, may I walk. With beauty above me, may I walk. With beauty all around me, may I walk.
I like her.
Shikis, my friend, can you tell me a story that brings strength to those who hear it?
Ooh. I asked where we were because I was trying to gauge which tribe she was. We were heading towards Colorado. We were in Salt Lake City, and then we were heading towards Colorado, but she is not actually, she's a little bit south of there and west. So she's a little bit south and west of Colorado. But I don't think we're actually in Colorado. Oh. So we need something that will give strength to those who hear it. Something that will give strength. Yeah. Strange men hiding from the rain, dead woman, the yellow ribbon. None of those will give you strength. The newspaper reporter who writes strictly positive views? No. White deer around New York. I have a story about the story of the seagulls and the fishermen near Portland, Maine. That's a hopeful story. She'll like that one, I think.
That was a good story. It pleases me to hear about people taking strength from each other, or from the land, or from themselves.
I judged well.
Future. We plant seeds in the soil after the last frost in the spring to prepare for the year ahead. In this way, we are continually nurturing in order to create harmony for the uncertain days ahead. Chickus, my friend, tell me a funny story. I am sure you hear many on the road.
Everybody wants a funny story from me. And welcome to the chat room. Why is it welcoming me to the chat room? And I don't know a funny story. Like, my stories aren't that funny. They're mostly like... I mean, I suppose I could tell the story of that corpse, the clownish corpse that couldn't die. But... Oh! Really? Why did... Wait. No! Why did it crash? I am not seeing... The Twitch machine got unplugged. try again in a moment. Really? No! Well, the thing is it doesn't look like... No! Why did I lose you? Why? Really? Because I'm looking at my, I have, well, this is less exciting for me. Because what I have is on my other screen, I have the dashboard up, but I have my game show over it, so like I'm seeing multiple things at once. But what I am seeing is my stream health, and my stream health said that I was fine the entire time. It did not look like, it did not tell me. Maybe because it didn't show me as going offline, and that's weird. See, that's because it looks to me like it is fine, and it doesn't look like I even have any dropped frames. Why did you? Why? Maybe it was. I wonder if I'm going to have a... Twitch was the perfect name. I wonder if it will be visible on the playback, if it'll be like out, or whether or not in the video, in the VOD, it will be there or not. I just wanted to tell my last story with her, and now I can't remember what she wanted. She wants what does she want? She wants a funny... I've been telling her good stories. Everything has been going really well. And she wants a funny story. It's just that I don't really... Again, I don't know a lot of funny stories. My one option is that corpse that couldn't die. That, you know... That could be it, maybe. Or maybe the girl with a basket of kittens? I don't know. I just... Leatherman's Cave wasn't really that funny. Fortune Telling the Curse was not really that funny. Yeah, I don't really have funny stories. I'm gonna go with the cowboy, the girl with the kittens. That's what I'm doing. I mean,
that one made me smile. You told it well.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry that I was out.
What brings joy? There's no greater form of generosity than that provided by the mother and father. The mother who nurtures corn and fertility in her soil, and the father who supplies the rain and sunshine in the sky. Chicas, my friend, I need to laugh. Can you tell me such a story?
I already told you, like, one of my happiest stories. And I don't really have good, funny stories left. Like, I will tell you about the Lighthouse Lovers. That's what I got. It's positive, at least.
I did not take much from this story. Perhaps different things bring each of us hope.
Apparently, yeah, you didn't like it.
I love this land as though it were the tender smile of my ancestors. In the morning, it awakes with me, and by night, the darkness folds me under a tremendous glittering map of the stars and constellations. The sun is rising. I must leave soon. Tomorrow's journey is this way.
Okay. So she's heading off to Arizona.
Another night done. But think, What does one take with them after a day in this world? Some nights I lay staring at the hole atop the hookah, where the chimney peers out into the night sky. I watch the stars slowly move, sometimes a streak of light and whispers from ancestors. Always a feeling of gratitude for what surrounds me in this world. What are you thankful for? Where do you come from? Where are you going?
I'm a dead skeleton. I mean... So we are in Colorado, actually, right in the... We're actually right at that junction between Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico. That's where we are. Also, I'm really sorry that I was out for, like, 5 minutes. That makes me really sad. But we are going to find out who is the winner for our giveaway for Dark Souls 3. Jer! Jer! Hey, Jer! Jer? Jer, do you have Dark Souls 3? Can I give it to you? Can I give it to you? Can I give it to you? Congrats, Jer! I would like to give you Dark Souls 3 and the DLC Ashes of Ariandel. Oh, good. Perfect. Thank you, Jer. Is it really? I've never been to Shiprock. Jer, my most excellent mod. I'm going to whisper you. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to give you 2 keys. The first is for the Dark Souls 3, and the second is for the DLC. And let me give that to you. Boom. And then let me know. My stream health's all a little bit all around, but it's there. Oh, what is Shiprock like? I mean, I know you can't tell me what it was like in the 1930s, but is it big? Is it small? What is it like? Today's the 27th, is that right? Of December? December 18. Good, thank you. Oh, so it's like, it's not that big. Okay. I can handle it. Oh, 8K, that's pretty small. Krellin, you're in New Mexico, right? You're in New Mexico. So we have a bunch of things we can find out right here.
Beside this lonely campfire, a familiar, magnificent black horse rears at your presence. A familiar old Stetson-hatted cowboy calms him. "Easy, boy," Bill says. He turns his attention to you. "Sorry, he startles around strangers. I guess he's like me. You want to give him an apple?"
I have never been to New Mexico. I've been to Arizona, but I've not been to New Mexico. But I know people from New Mexico. Sure, we're going to give him an apple. Yeah, sure.
The horse
I'd like to visit
snorts
it.
as you approach. "Easy, easy," Bill says again, his voice low and soothing. The horse eyes you warily, but lowers
You might
its
have
head
one or
to your
two.
palm and begins to eat. The cowboy nods as he lifts a tin pot from the flames. "You want a cup of coffee, stranger?"
Totally.
Don't get company much, but I try to be hospitable. West's changed. Folks still need each other.
That could be true. What base is it?
A
What base?
rattlesnake unwinds from his neck and slithers down his arm. Oh, don't worry, he won't bite. There's no animal I can't tame. People, though.
Oh, Air Force.
He trails off, stares into the fire.
Bill's interesting. Huh. Let's hear a story. By the way, I love the way that the mountains look. A long black car growls up in front of this hotel. Out steps a woman in an extravagant hat and coat, followed by a whole crowd of hangers-on. Is she a singer? An actress? You don't recognize her face, but to your surprise, you recognize the story she's telling. We're a big Air Force state. We have 3 major Air Force bases, plus an Army missile range. It's interesting to me where the different services have their bases. Do you know what I mean? I mean, of course you're going to have Navy bases on the coasts, but like, where do you have Air Force bases? Where do you have Army bases? In a sharp transatlantic accent, she's telling everyone in her party a story about Johnny Appleseed, who roamed the country planting trees beneath his feet. It's clearly the story of the apple orchard planter who planted 10,000 trees, but changed in a few entertaining ways. I'll keep listening in. Isn't that something? She asks. Her various followers agree. She pays the driver of the limousine and sweeps into the hotel like a thunderstorm of red velvet. Someone should do a picture about it, you hear her exclaim. The stealth bombers used to be based here. I don't know if they still are. Huh. Wait. Isn't Area 54 New Mexico? It is, right? Area 54? 51. Area 51. Area 51. That's interesting. Oh, it's in Nevada? Oh. Outside of Vegas. Wait. Roswell. I thought Roswell was in New Mexico, isn't it? I am thinking of Roswell. Wait, so Area 51 is not where Roswell is? I thought that Area 51 was where Roswell is. But it's not. Which makes sense why in Stargate Horizons they went to Vegas when they went to 51, because 51's near Vegas. But Roswell is not where 51 is. Area 54 is the real Area 51. We also have Los Alamos and the White Sands Missile Range atomic testing site. Just one moment. Want to make some cash? This woman asks. She's balancing a box of bread and lettuce on her head. You help her grill hot sandwiches in a tent at the edge of the county fair. The work is easy as hell. She pays you decent money, too. I feel like I should be able to look at my... So, like, I'm full healthy, but I don't have any objects. But I do have bunches of... I need more justice stories. And I think I have extra stories in some things that I could swap out. But I wonder when is the story fully open? Probably not yet. Okay, so here we are. There's no critical role tonight. There's over there is a person we can talk to. Well, which... Oh. I feel like we probably shouldn't... Oh, no, she's new. Because that's our other friend. Let's go into New Mexico. But I do want to go to Colorado. So, this is really tough, all of our choices. Why don't we go... I think we should go to Colorado. Go up, sweep up to Colorado, and then we can head down. And then we can head over. I think that's what we should do. So let's go north and a little bit east. And see who we can find. There's nothing in New Mexico in this time period. Oh yeah, I mean it's probably pretty remote, right? At this point in the 30s, because yeah, we didn't get anything until they tried to invent atomic weapons. Oh, well, I wonder what was happening in New Mexico. Isn't it you and those labs in Berkeley? What are they called? I think I need to cross here. Lawrence Livermore Labs? Maybe they don't do... You don't even have 1/4 of their stories yet. Said you'd click... Oh. I thought I'd collected so many. Proud history of blowing S up and making things. Maybe in that order. Livermore. Thank you. Hey, Ice Bunny. How are you? Welcome back to the land of the foxhole from your winter break. How have you been, Ice Bunny? You missed the giveaway, but that's okay, we'll get you. You've also missed some creepy, creepy stories. Is this, Yeah, we're on our way to Colorado. Although it looks like Colorado's on the other side of the... Well, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, there are 3 atomic research labs. Los Alamos, Sandia Labs in Albuquerque, and Lawrence Livermore in California. I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. There's a, Oh, Denver. There's a GURP setting. Sleep happened and I'm fine. Sleep is so good. I've been trying to sleep, but I've been up. Oh! Alright, so there's a bunch of stuff we've got here. Denver and some stuff. I think we should find out how this story's going. I'm also glad you made it home in one piece, and that your holiday was pretty decent, and not full of, like, horrible misery. It's break time at this half-finished bridge. The workers are gathered around a young man who sits on a bucket like a king. They listen raptly to his story about a witch girl and her kitten familiars. You realize it's the story of the girl with a basket of kittens, but it's heavily embellished. The young man in the bucket tells it masterfully, doing all the voices as if he's told it this way 1,000 times before. What a story! Nothing close to what actually happened, but this version is pretty good. You'll have an easy time remembering it. Well, now she's a witch girl. Let's go find a new friend and talk to this new friend. And maybe find more stories. A new person to talk to. Ray. Oh, I don't know Ray.
Stranger.
Hello.
You passing through? This here desert is my home. Tourists like you ought to be careful if you ain't used to the heat.
I'm a skeleton.
I grew up on my Uncle Eddie's ranch, where I learned riding and cattle rustling. But it's government land now. Seems like all government land these days.
Family visit was nice. I'm glad, because I know that oftentimes it's really rough for you, and I'm really glad that it was good this time. That makes me happy.
Now I'm traveling around the ranches that are left. Some folks would call me a cowboy. Not many is used to, mind. But I've been training to ride and rope for almost half my life. Name's Raymond Edward Dawson, Ray for short. And this sleeping beauty over here is Poncho.
Hey, Poncho.
But anyway, amigo, what's the most exciting thing you've seen out here on the road?
Oh, you want excitement? I have got exciting stories. I have got all sorts of exciting stories. Like, I can tell you about, Oh! I'm supposed to drink water. New Mexico is farming, ranching, and mining. Oh, what were you mining? What were you mining? Oh, I imagine the Depression was really bad for it. I'm going to tell the story about the ancient battles raging on Boston streets because that sounds exciting to me. Because that could be...
You trying to scare me? That weak stuff ain't putting a drop of sweat on me.
Apparently that wasn't exciting enough.
The
Sorry.
past is something I keep close to me, yeah. When it feels tough out here, I look back to before I set myself free. Back when things were real bad.
I thought that was
Only thing I
exciting.
looked forward to was a factory job and finding some poor woman to watch me die while I did it.
Share! Some people call him a cowboy. Some people call him a gangster of love. But I call him Maurice, is what I call him. Silver mines in New Mexico.
Out here, I got freedom to do different.
Somebody's knocking on my door. That's weird. That's strange to me because... It's the police? Oh, hold on. Hey everybody, the police are at my door and I don't know why. You'll have to give me a second. Hold on. Hi everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. I am back. Wait, uranium, silver, oil, natural gas, no oil. Oh, you know, there's a lot of oil in Los Angeles, as it turns out. Oh yeah, she's great. This has been a wild stream. This is true. Yeah, so that was campus police who, so as you know, I moved from one dorm to another dorm, and it is now winter break, and all the dorms are shut, they're all closed, and everybody's gone, and they're all completely empty, except for me and there's like 3 scholars in residence right now total, and we don't leave during the winter break or the summer. And so what happened was there was a window that was open right next door to my apartment, and she was driving around and she saw the window open, so she came in to shut the window, and then she heard me talking to you all, and she's like, is there supposed to be somebody in this building? So she called, and they didn't realize that I moved security, so they didn't think anyone was supposed to be here. So then she knocked on my door, and you know. But anyway, I know her. It's fine. So no, it wasn't that it's just that she didn't think anyone was supposed to be in the building. But, however, although the one thing I would say is that this does mean that I can be heard in the, because my door is this, I'm in an office, and there's a door in the office which goes right to the hallway, which means I can be heard in the hallway, which is awkward. I hope, you know, I hope that this also means that maybe people in the hallway, I can hear people in the hallway if people are in the hallway being loud. I hope this will not be a problem when I'm streaming Night Witches on Saturdays. I know. I think I could... I don't know if I can pad the walls. Anyway. Out here, I got freedom to do different. Can I soundproof the door is the question. I should look into that, because I don't plan on opening the door at all. So, yeah. I just have to unpack my stuff. Unpacking my stuff will not stop sound. I've got to find out if there's a way to soundproof that, or at least sound muffle the door. Yeah. Yeah, I should just get some spare soundproofing panels. Because I just have to, like, at least... Because there's, like, it's a door right into the hallway, is what it is. But it's a door that I'm not going to open. Anyway, I will work it out. I will work it out. I want to find out about Ray.
I bet you've seen some really wild, exciting stuff out there, though. Tell me about it.
Okay. Oh, you want exciting things. So he wants exciting stories, but I don't know what he's going to think of. Oh, wait, I know. I could tell him about the bootleggers. That's exciting. Furniture muffles some sound. Yeah.
You live an exciting life, amigo.
Yeah, I should probably just hang a blanket on front of the door in some kind of a way. Some kind of a tapestry. Like a Dungeons and Dragons style tapestry. Yeah, there won't be any furniture in here. It's a pretty small office. It'll just be lots of books. This entire behind me will be full of books, which might muffle some sound. I think you're right about the door. Yeah. But it's also so empty out there. Here's what I'm going to tell you. People are going to think that I'm crazy because they can't hear you. They can only hear me talking. And, yeah. Oh, another big thing that was happening in Depression-era New Mexico was U.S. citizens of Mexican descent were getting deported. Ooh. Yeah, the 30s were not a good time for Mexican Americans. Not at all.
Authority? I see government folks in the desert a lot, thinking they have authority.
I mean, not good in California either.
Your badge ain't gonna save you from an empty canteen, from kissing bugs or rattlesnakes, and not from the sun. Man's only authority in the desert is over his survival.
Big Soviet hammer and sickle. Big Soviet hammer and sickle for night witches. Yeah, I should probably... The thing is, I don't have to worry about it for the 5th, which is when we have our first session next weekend. Because school does not start yet. People are not back yet. It's probably also just more noticeable because there's nothing else going on. So it doesn't mean it was really loud, just that it was clear someone's in the room to... Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true, right? Because it's complete, like, the entire building is empty. And it's like a huge building. And I'm the only person in it, and I'm right by the front door. So she just had to walk in. I imagine that's what it is. Yeah. The big reason New Mexico took so long to become a state is because all the racists in western New Mexico territory, which is now Arizona, and in D.C., didn't want to let a bunch of brown people run a state. Yeah. Maybe put a sticky note on the outside of the door inviting you all to join in on Geek Space. Maybe I could do that. Wasn't there a thing about Arizona framing itself as kind of an all-white state, kind of also like Oregon? Wasn't it like Oregon did, right? Oregon was like a thing where they were really sort of framing themselves as an all-white state and like not selling to non-white people. And I thought that Arizona had some kind of a thing going on, although I don't know Arizona's history that well.
But anyway, you know some funny stories, right?
Funny stories? I'll tell the story of Bill the cowboy who rode into a storm in the Midwest, maybe? Arizona is the name the Confederates gave to the parts of the New Mexico territory they captured. That's so interesting, Krellin. I didn't know that. Oh, that's so interesting. You know, this brings up a really interesting story.
Oh, come on. I can tell that's a tall tale.
I thought you would...
Joy?
You would like that
Well,
one.
nothing makes me happier than the desert. And that word, nothing, that's the key. Nothing in front or behind you for miles and miles. It's all yours. And not yours all at the same time. You know?
Yeah, I wish...
So, you know any good jokes?
Everybody wants funny stories, and I don't have a lot of funny stories. Most of my stories are about the devil and death. Funny stories? Funny stories, it's not great. Like, tell the story of the indescribable horror living in the farmhouse cellar. None of those things are good. I don't have funny stories. The corn farmer and his children, that's not funny, that's weird. Women communing with the wood spirits isn't funny. Red creature, bald eagle, fortune teller's curse. Again, not particularly funny. The boy who died in the fields, not funny. The dead lineman, also not funny. Yeah, I don't... Creepy Mill, not a funny story. Ux critique, there clearly needs to be a no, I don't have that sort of story button. Yeah, well the thing is, if you tell them a story that's not the one that you're asking for, you can still at least get something. Let's go with a trickster who lures humans with magic stones. I don't think that's particularly funny, but... I hear people out there. Let's go with that one. It's not really funny, but it's the best I got.
Amigo, that one's gotta be a lie. Don't treat me like I'm stupid, okay?
It happened to
There's
me.
places out here so hot that nothing can live. But even so, there's nowhere I'd rather be. But anyway, amigo, what's the most exciting thing you've seen out here on the road?
I don't know what you're going to think of as exciting. I mean, I feel like I've seen lots of exciting things, but... exciting... But it's gotta sound kind of real, I think. No, but feel the history I've taken and the other various things I should know that. Yeah, you know, we don't do a really good job of telling U.S. history. That's, there's something about us, like, we kind of do these big sweeps of, like, and then there was Eisenhower, but we don't give, like, a really good cultural history. There's, like, a lot of stuff about our history we just don't learn, and that bugs me. How about if we go with the gunshot man left to die in the streets of St. Louis? That feels realistic and exciting. He might like that one.
Amigo, who do you think I am? I can tell that tearjerker ain't true. Sad? I was sad to see the ranch go, yeah. Would have been one thing if it had just kept on being a ranch in someone else's hands. But going to the government?
We do, Ice Bunny. We learn a lot of European history. We learn European history. We learn... Well, we alternate between U.S. history and world history, but world history is mostly European history, with like a week of China, a week of India, and a week of Latin America. Also, people tend from the less savory and more rah-rah-ray. Yeah, I think. I had one of those history courses where there was a textbook, but it was really the supplemental readings that was out of the mainstream. It's true. Usually, if you can get a teacher who will give you supplemental readings, that'll be where you get the goodness.
All I know is Eddie wasn't too friendly whenever those folks in suits came around.
Oh, it's fine, Crit Witch.
Anyway, Uncle Eddie always said it's rude to keep on gabbing about yourself.
Now there are people out there.
So I'm headed out. Going up this way, staying off the road. Maybe.
And now I hear people out there, not really clearly, but they're out there and I don't know what they're doing.
I'll catch you later, amigo.
I'll see you later, Ray. I mean, I feel like I got his eye open pretty well. I felt, I mean, even though I wasn't very successful, but I felt, you know, maybe he'll like some other stories after this. Hey, it's Denver. Let's hear a story. These fellas are lounging on the front of a half-finished office building, taking their lunch break. Hey, one calls, waving you down. Rick was telling us this story. Listen, okay? You tell us if it's bullshit or not. Sure. Rick, a credulous-seeming fellow, starts telling you a story about the fisherman and his fish-calling seagulls. You realize it's the story of the seagulls and the fisherman, but changed in a few major ways, so it's definitely part bullshit, right? But also a little real? I'm gonna say it's not bullshit. Half the group groans. How the hell is that supposed to be a real story? Exclaims the man who waved you down. You're all the most gullible pieces of shit I've ever met. The other half of the group, vindicated, shares a bottle of pop with you. So let's go here. I want to meet all my old friends. I've got new stories now.
The woman finds you as you wander the streets.
Oh.
Come with me, child, she says, looking you up and down. We're going to church.
I'll go to church with her. I'm a skeleton.
You follow her to a simple clapboard building. There's no steeple, but a cross is painted on one side.
I still hear people out there.
Inside, you sit for what seems like years as the preacher drones on about the various virtues expected of his faith. Brevity is not among them, apparently.
I actually only had one time in the visit the feeling of BS when one of my brother's co-workers wished me a man for next year, because long-distance relationships don't count. People need to, like, mind each other's own business. You know what I mean? All right, we'll move on. Well, I met a mysterious woman. So here's Denver. What I don't know if I should go to Denver or not. Because I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, my hobo kid's pretty good. I've not met everybody, but I've met a pretty good amount of people. That face looked close to the one I made. So I could, from here... Yeah, I mean... I just feel like people should, like, mind their own business. Oh, we're heading south. We're gonna head south and try to hit New Mexico. Missed my face. We should probably go to Denver, right? Let's enter Denver. And let's... I'm full up on money, health, and rest, so I don't need anything there. But I will explore.
Jagged sandstone rises above the lip of a hollow basin in the rock. A crowd is gathered in the foothills. Their excited whispers wash over you, echo off the ochre outcrops. You can almost pick out fragments of conversations.
So, jagged sandstones rise above the lip of a hollow basin in the rock. A crowd is gathered in the foothills. Deepest countryside, but my parents finally unfriended. Oh, really? Really? That is amazing, Ice Bunny. I'm so glad that your parents finally unfriended that bully, because he sounded so awful. By the way, I want you to tell me if you can hear the people in the hallway. I'll need to know this for the future. Because the first two episodes of Night Witches, nobody will be in the buildings, I don't think. Although maybe on the 12th. But probably not. I don't know when the dorms open up again. But I just want to know if you can hear it. Yes, they didn't get a present. Let's mingle with the crowd. We might learn something.
The voices around you are heightened by the surrounding
Thank you,
stones.
Krellin. Thank you.
An argument, hissed from behind clenched teeth, sounds like shouting. A child's plaintive cry sounds like a shriek. Beneath these, there are older voices, ones that belong to the earth. The rocks preserve them.
Because my Blue Yeti, you know, it's a directional mic, so it's only... I've got it facing forward, so it's not facing the door, but I can maybe like readjust how I'm sitting if necessary.
A woman steps forward. The crowd parts for her. She opens her mouth and begins to sing. A smoky, vibrant alto. The sound resonates in the basin, and the mountains join her in a reverberating round. Even after she finishes, the soft strains of music linger.
Oh, the Red Rocks. That's a music venue, right? The Red Rocks? It does sound like progress. We're going to leave. We're not going to use the train station because we should just walk. And we're going to head south? Sorry for the extra... Es ist total okay, Ice Bunny. Deine Englisch ist besser als unsere Deutsch. So, it's totally fine. Now, most of the time you're speaking Danish, though, right? Ooh, I hope so. My goal is to try to unpack a couple of boxes. I mean, I've got the Night Witches stuff. That I did not pack. I left that outside of the packing so I would have it. But where are we? Alright, so we want to just head south. And head in. Yes. Alright, we're going to head south. And see what we can find there. We want to cross the river. Yes. I mean, I want my backdrop of books. I've been working hard to... There's a thing here for me, but I cannot cross here. We will find the crossing, and then we will come back. I have been trying to, like, unpack a box or two a day, which has been a bit challenging. And I can get away with Danish in North Germany, too, but not with my family. Your family doesn't speak Danish? Your family lives in Germany, though, right? Yes? Oh, hey, we're in Kansas. Looking for a place to cross. I'm gonna try. You know that moment when you move and you realize that you probably need to buy different kinds of shelves if you want your life to sort of make sense in any way? Flensburg. Oh. So, this is my thing. I think I need to get shelves for... I don't know. I've got to unpack stationery. And, yeah, I've got unpacking to do. And I hope I can get... Because I feel like this is not an exciting backdrop, is what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, cash I didn't need. Need some cash? A man asks. He just moved in and down the street and needs help carrying boxes from the curb into the house. Threw my back out this morning, he sighs. Live with your legs, that's my tip. You take advice, and he pays you well. But I didn't need the money. Where's the crossing, by the way? Wow. It's You know what? I totally didn't need to go all this way. I went a long direction that I probably could have avoided going. Because... yeah. I don't even think I needed to travel. I think I could have gone the other way. Oh well. they have a Danish minority there, so you kind of have a dual culture since that town was both Danish and German throughout history. There are a lot of places that are like that in interesting ways. You know, that have an interesting mixed history. There we go. Sometimes the game gets a little stuttery, but it's not Twitch. It's the game. It might be, I might have the quality up a little bit too high for my computer. But a ton of Danes go booze shopping. Oh, that's right. I think alcohol's super expensive in Denmark, yeah? Is there anything I can pick up? I'm seeing a place to cross the river, everyone. Which, oh hey, it's Route 66. Get your kicks at Route 66. Was there nothing in Kansas for us to see? I feel like we missed things in Kansas. Also, I'm hearing weird things. And I'm tired now. Not me personally, but my skeleton. My little skeleton friend. Nothing in Kansas feels accurate. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Alright, oh hey, let's head towards Oklahoma City. I hear a door slamming. It's creepy. We're gonna head towards Oklahoma City because I feel like there's something there. All there is dust in the wind. I learned that. I'm enjoying this music. Let's hear a story. The bar is crowded with people from every walk of life. Businessmen, young men in muddy overalls, and a crowd of girls in slinky dresses preparing their blood alcohol content for a night on the town. But it's the squat, sharp-eyed man in the fedora who catches your attention. Let's start a conversation. The Dust Bowl was the 30s. It was the 30s. It was when... it's actually very interesting because it's so like... We got the 1-2 punch of the stock market crash of 29, and then the Dust Bowl happens in the 30s, which is the Great Depression is this like massive ecological as well as economic disaster. And we only sort of really start getting out of it, right? Because you have Roosevelt, FDR, doing a lot of work to try to mitigate both of those things. And he also still had like the boll weevil infestation. Cheapest in Scandinavia, but VAT in Denmark is 25%, and in Germany 7% on food and 19% on the rest. There you already save a bug doing the big monthly shopping in the South. Yeah. He launches into a wild story about the Leatherman, whose ghost haunts Connecticut. Halfway through, he stops, recognizing the look on your face. You know this one? You tell him the story about the Leatherman's cave. That's it? I think I like mine more. It's more exciting, sure. So that's why I'll keep telling it my way, he says. Let's get another round, and do a competitive test on the other folks here, shall we? By the end of the night, the whole bar agrees. The new version is better. It might be because your new friend bought them all drinks. Yeah, at least he didn't have a Bullwinkle investigation. Ooh! Hey, Rocky! Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat! No. Hey, Rocky! Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat! Ah, that trick never works! 25% VAT, yeah. Although on the other hand, you have health insurance. Let's search.
You pass a meadow where migrants have made a campsite. It's been trampled to pieces. A few families are fleeing, running as fast as they can back up to the roadside. An enormous bull stretches himself beside some of their squashed supplies.
Leave it be, or take something for yourself. I should probably leave it be.
The bull locks an eye with you, and blinks long and slow. The closest thing to a cow threat you've seen in your life. You leave him as spoils.
Cows are dangerous. So we'll, we'll leave it. Here's Oklahoma City. Where are we and what are we doing with our lives? Let's see. We are here. We've traveled quite a bit without really getting anywhere. Do we want to head east again? Like, we've got friends up there that we could go to. But like, there are a lot of people out that way. But you know what I think we're going to do? No. Let's have you... What did Delaware, boy? What did Delaware? She wore a brand new jersey. She wore a brand new jersey. That's a song my dad would just sing all the time. It must have been some kind of hit in the 40s or 50s, but I don't actually know it. There's not a lot of stuff down here, it looks like. So from where we're at, we should either just head west or... Yeah, let's head west. Because from where we're at, we either head west or we head east. And I think we should head west. So we can hit Seattle, and then we can come back around across the country again. Yeah, let's do it. Let's head west. Maybe we can get a ride? Let's get a ride west. Because, I mean, right? It'll take us part of the way, and then we'll... And I feel like What Did Delaware, boy? She wore a brand new jersey is pretty good, but I want to know if there are other state-related puns in that song. I need to find that song. And find out what year it's from. Because it sounds like the kind of a thing that he listened to when he was a kid, so probably... You know, the 40s, 50s. Hey, we're in Amarillo. Amarillo by morning. We're in Texas already? Okay, well, we're gonna head towards Amarillo. That's what we're gonna do. Also... Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Also, Texas has a weird shape there. Amarillo. Yes, that is how it's... You know, speaking of that, you know Nevada? Do you do fireworks? We don't do fireworks on Christmas. We do fireworks on New Year's Eve. No, we mostly do fireworks on the 4th of July. I know that Sylvester, like Armadillo. Also, why is the town named Yellow? Maybe it was super yellow at the time? No, we don't know, Ice Bunny, we don't do fireworks on Christmas in the U.S. We do fireworks on the 4th of July. That's our big fireworks holiday.
A bus roars up on the road behind you and slows to a crawl at your side. Inside, you can barely see people moving, dancing, swaying.
Yeah, and New Year's Eve.
Strings of lights. Strange smoke.
I don't feel good about this. I remember this bus.
Want a ride?
No.
The driver calls. Before you can open your mouth, a huge hairy hand, like an animal's paw, lands heavy on her shoulder. Not this one, a voice growls, so deep it vibrates your rib cage. The driver shrugs and leaves you in a cloud of perfumed exhaust.
Yeah, that's bad. I feel like these are the people who killed all those people. Yeah, I was not in a lot of places that, like, most of the places I grew up didn't do fireworks for New Year's. But like maybe individual people might have done it, but like there weren't really like big fireworks displays. Though people would like shoot guns into the sky and then somebody would die. Because that always happens. This farmer's loitering beside a couple crates of... Oh, yeah. Oh, they're allowed to buy it now, but officially not put fire to it. But who cares? You have to test. So he starts telling you about the regiment of time-lost souls, recruiting travelers to battle on Boston streets. It takes a couple of minutes, but suddenly you recognize it as a story about the ancient battles still raging on Boston streets. We're told the farmer changed, well, a lot, but it's still pretty good. Hey, where'd you hear that story? Well, I can't remember, he says. I think I've known it for years, since I was a boy, for sure. I will leave him with his tale. You thank him for his story, and start to mosey off down the road. Keep cool, friend, he calls after you. Because there's no CR, I will stream till 2 a.m. I mean, it is tempting. I don't mind it, but looking in the ads, it's crazy expensive. What is, wait, shooting the bullets here is nearly universal for New Year? No. I mean, I grew up in the city, and people would shoot bullets in the air in the city as well. Yeah, it's, yeah, they would do that. And of course, somebody always dies. Do you know what I mean? Somebody always dies because they should not be shooting bullets in the air. And it comes down and hits somebody. And that's how that always works. Oh, yeah. Here's what I'm gonna do. Since I started late, LA County has the most constant gunfire for a while on New Year's. Yeah. I'm heading west. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna find our newest friend, and then we're gonna shut down for food. This is gonna be our goal. Because I know that there's a friend for us to talk to, and we can just start the next session talking to whoever this friend is. And then we're good. Oh, any pre-New Year's stream coming weekend? Well, I'll be streaming on Saturday as normal. So that's a thing. Saturday, normal time. No break. That... Yeah, I know, right? All that gunfire? None of it's a good idea. It's not... I will be here on Saturday at noon Eastern. 6 p.m. Central European time. We're gonna search. Ooh. The farmer notices you walking by. Listen, he says. You look worn thin. If you want to rest up a spell, you can sleep in the hay and help me with the chores when you're awake. It seems like a good, honest offer, and the hay looks inviting. After a few hours nap and some light chores, you take your leave. Now I'm feeling great. So, just have to make sure to be home and not sleeping. So I want to head north and west so we can get to that city. We do that. North and west. I think I can probably catch a ride. So here's what it is, folks. We're going to just drive over, catch a ride, over to that city, and then we're going to call it a night. It's a kind of a short stream, but it should be good. Oh, hey! That car didn't even stop. That was rude. Did you see that? One more time. Didn't... Oh. These cars are being rude. Nope. That was too late. Right, I'm going to put my finger out all the way. And then I will get a ride to that town. Ride? Thank you. And I'll tell you what, when I get off the stream for tonight, I'm going to find out what's going on outside. Oh, we're going to Santa Fe. That's nice. We're going to Santa Fe. Hey, Krellin, We're going to your, like, area. We're going to your home. I will try, but you know, I'm a skeleton. I feel like it's fine. Here we go. I'm going to set myself up right here in Santa Fe. We'll go meet a new friend. We'll do stuff. It'll be excellent. Here. Let me switch myself on over. Let's see. Sorry, it just cuts off so abruptly. Let's do that. Hey, everybody. So, it is like a little after 9, and I'm going to open up a restaurant in Santa Fe. So, I'm Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole, and I want to thank you all for being here, even though we had the police come. But it was fine, because I know who she was, so it was okay. And actually, the officer outside was also somebody I knew, so that was cool. But I was not swatted or murdered, so that was fine. Thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate it. What do I want to tell you? I have a Discord, all of you folks who are hanging out watching. You can join us. We're all very friendly and very cool. Normally I would stream Critical Role, host it, so we could hang out, but there's no Critical Role tonight, so I'm going to unpack boxes is what I'm going to do, and do a little bit of grading. I'm going to do like another hour of grading and unpack some boxes, play the banjo a little bit. So next, if you want to catch me... Oh, we also... Yeah, I know. Yeah... I do. I always have to worry about being murdered. It's cool. Also, we have. I have a Twitter. I'm pretty mellow on Twitter, but you can follow me there. I also have a YouTube with an archive of all of the stuff we've done. And if you want to give me a follow, I would appreciate it. When we hit 500 followers, I will do a stream in Pig Latin. If you want to see me next Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be streaming Horizon Zero Dawn. And then next Thursday, back here, I will be doing more Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. And then the... Ooh! Volpez! Volpez just gave me some bits. And whenever we get bits, we have to sing, because that's all we do all the time. But we're singing We're in the Money in Pig Latin, as sung by Ginger Rogers in the film Gold Diggers of 1933. So it is like so. Earway and hey, the anime. Earway and hey, the anime. Earway and hey, the anime. The ice skates are ani say. Old me and the adiation pray, urye uthre uvi astan we young reo. Iwe evne idwe edleans lay of wed brands lay ute day. And we see the anley or the iwe ukle at the eye right in the eye. We're in the money. Woo! I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Oh, you have to keep me in practice. The first half was like perfect. The last half was a little tough, but because it's really hard to say. When we see the landlord, we look that guy right in the eye. Anwe inwe iwe ise e the anle ordle iwe ukle at the eye get right in the eye. Like that is not an easy thing to say, but anwe inwe iwe ise e the anle ordle iwe ukle at the eye get right in the eye. We're in the money. We're in the money. Isn't that tricky? It's tricky. Like the old man depression you're through, you've done us wrong. Rhythmically, that's a little bit tricky. No, that was me drumming on my desk. I should just not do that. Yeah, so like we never read headlines about bread lines today. Super easy. That one I've got in my mind, like rhythmically. Iwe everne idle adriansley of wed briansley ute day. Like that one I have. And We're in the Money I've got. We've got a lot of What It Takes to Get Along. It was tricky, but I got it. It's like there's just certain rhythmic things that I just have to listen to it a bit more. That's all. That's all. So, Horizon Zero Dawn next Saturday in 2 days. Then Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. Then Horizon Zero Dawn and Night Witches. That's the story. That's the story. So that's it. I want to thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of your wondrousness and all of the foxhole you all have made this year really, really good. And even when it was bad, hanging out with you all has made it good. So thank you. I will see you in 2 days. And I will see you on the Discord. Take care, everybody. Mustache dresser soon, trooper. Mustache dresser. Mustache dresser? I don't even know what that means. What's a mustache dresser? Mustache dresser. Ice Bunny, I don't know what it means. Tell me on Discord. Tell me on Discord. I will see you all on Discord and in 2 days. Take care, everybody. I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.